So we are with Miss Myint, right? How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
No, thank you for inviting me. The pleasure is all mine.
So you're here because you are now the operational director, operational manager of Tractors World.
Yes.
Which is, could you tell us a little bit about the company?
Well, basically, Tractors World is a full functioning entity. We are doing four, core businesses, which is service, trading, mining, and transportation. We started off in 1997 as a very, very small company after my dad left Caterpillar as a country manager. He worked there for over 15 years. And with the knowledge he had from Caterpillar, he started a very small company with just the 2 employees and just my mom and my dad. We started off from there, and then after 16 years, in 2012 nowadays, we have about 6 companies under us with 1 foreign joint venture, and then we are expanding the business into other sectors like mining and transportations and all.
So how did you end up joining the company?
Well, machinery business has been like when I grew up, right? When I was 10 years old, that was the time that my dad started his first interview for the Caterpillar employees. So I was in the room, and then he interviewed all the staff for the first batch of the group. Then from there, me and my brother, we always play in the machine backyard, and then we always play with the bulldozer, excavator, forklift, because this is like a toy for us. Every time there's the batch of the machine coming into Myanmar, Caterpillar always put it in the warehouse, and even if there is no space in the warehouse, they put it on the lawn. So that's where we always go, and then sometimes the wheel is even bigger than our height. So we always compare the wheel with our height and all. So that's how it inspired me to come into the machinery business, because this is not what every woman will imagine of going into the business. And then many women, like I might say a majority of the women, they will go into communication, finance, economics, accounting. But if you ask 10 people, not more than 2 people will say, oh, I will go into the machinery business, and then I will control a company, and I'll do this and that. So this is a very unique and then very, a rare opportunity for me. As my parents have this company, and then I have a chance to go into this business.
So it was really out of your own passion that you did this?
Perhaps my dad inspired me, since I've been seeing him doing this for almost my life.
And at what age did you know that this is what you wanted to do?
Since I was 12.
Really?
Yes. That time, whenever the service group, they go to doing a servicing repair job in let's say in the Ministry of Irrigation, they have a lot of a bulldozer there, and then they want to do the repairing and all. I always go along with them, and then I look at them, and then they do the job, and then when the machine start growing back normal, right? It feels like you accomplished something. So it is inspired me to go into this business.
So at the age of 12 you decided, and then how did you go about actually trying to achieve this?
After I finished my high school, I joined my father's company as a part-time, and then I started learning about how the engine works and how the machine works, and very basic information. Then in 2002, I studied at the AGTI, which is a government technological university, for a diploma course in electrical power. Then after that, I went to Singapore for some training in the principal manufacturer that we are partnership with, like Dwight and all. And then I had my training there, and then I come back and work here first. But I think that without a degree, it might be difficult to go on further when you get old. So I went back to Singapore and UK for my further study. And then I had my degree from University of London. Then I came back in 2008, and then fully coming back to Myanmar and joining the company.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your company? What do you do?
basically we are representing multinational companies in the heavy equipment business and engine business, such as MWM from Germany, Deutsch from Germany, and FAG Bearing from Germany. And then we are representing American brand called Enapec, which has been in the market for over 100 years. Yes, they are basically a hydraulic equipment company. So, and then we represent a lubricant company called Fuchs. So these are the major brands. So other than that, we have a Chinese company representations and all. So basically we have about 15 to 20 representations from all over the world, and then we distribute the products in the market. We do servicing for the products we sell, and then we are in the transportation business. We do the cargo transportation from Yangon to Chinese border, Thailand border, and India border. Then we are in the mining business. We are not like many companies doing it on gold or precious materials or such. We are in the manganese business. So we have a manganese mine, and then we explore the magnesium from the mine. Yeah, and then we have our service center, which we do servicing for the trucks and buses that they are using our engines.
So you work with foreign partners quite a lot. How is that?
Let's say if I go to a meeting, right? They don't expect to see a woman in the heel. Mm-hmm. They just expect to see a man with a tie and a briefcase coming into the meeting. And then when I wait in the room, and then when they saw me, oh, you are a woman. So this type of expression is quite normal for me, as I grew in this business, and then this is this is a men-dominant business, but it is very natural for me now. But in the first 1 or 2 years, it became very awkward, and I feel insulted because I can do like the same thing as how the men are working in this industry, but this sort of question always come up quite often.
So we've been doing these interviews for quite some time now, and we've been talking to all these different companies, and what we notice is that you really don't see a lot of women at the highest levels, at the managerial positions in Myanmar. Why do you think that is?
It's not only in Myanmar, I might say. Even in Fortune 500 company, there are only 4% of the top CEOs are the women. And then last year 3 of them left, and then the place has been taken over by the men. So it's not only in the Myanmar that is happening, it's on the worldwide level that is happening. So I'm not quite surprised, but there are many women that trying to become a real businesswoman. And then I can see that a lot of my classmates from high school, they went into overseas study and then come back, and then now taking over the job from the parents. So I might say that in 5 or 10 years time, you will see a lot of women CEO in Myanmar as well. But now now is the level of the amount of the CEO, women CEO in Myanmar is quite a lot lesser.
So for your company, you've been working with foreign partners for quite some time now. Do you feel like this new opening up of Myanmar, is that affecting your business?
Good question. Yes, it is, because growing number of competition is one of the big concerns for every Burmese company around here. As you may say that, or everybody's saying that, Myanmar is opening up. And then when you look into the newspaper, you will see a lot of foreign delegations, foreign companies, multinational companies coming into Myanmar, seeing the president, ministers, and everyone. Each and everyone have their own agenda. So everybody wants to come into Myanmar. That considered as a threat for the Burmese company. But in the other way, you can also say that you can have a lot of opportunities if you know the right partner to talk, and then if you know the right people to persuade. It can be a good business for the Myanmar people also.
So how do you keep that competitive edge?
There is only one way to keeping a competitive edge, which is quality service. Without the quality service, you cannot survive. So we've been in this business for 16 years, and this coming April is our 17 years anniversary. So I might say that it's not very easy for a company to keep it for nearly 2 decades. So we will keep it this way with giving a quality service to the customer and then retaining our key customer and then getting close connection with the strategic partners and all.
Do you see yourself as setting up more JVs now that the country is opening up?
Yes, we are now in talking with a couple of companies in expanding into other businesses and then while maintaining in the core business. And also, I see a lot of potential out of this emerging market.
So is it you who makes all these moves and decisions and sets up these partnerships?
Not really, but we do make decisions at in a board meetings and all, where all the board of directors decide mutually and this and that. But for the day-to-day operation, I do most of the jobs and then set up the value and mission and then strategic plannings of the company and all.
So what are your plans for the future? How do you see your company growing?
The growing is steady. As you know, many companies, they grow rapidly and then at certain point they will grow very steadily. So we are in the mature position and steadily growing. So we plan to maintain it in this position for another 5 or 10 years. When in the other phase we are trying to expand into the other sector of the businesses like mining and then services and all. So I can see that in 5 or 10 years we are planning to expand into another 30%. Yes, that is our goal.
Within your existing areas of business?
Yes.
So you're saying that your dad set up and grew this company all by himself. And that's another thing that we don't see that much of today. People kind of being entrepreneurial and setting up their own businesses. I wonder what you think we could do to encourage Myanmar people to start up their own businesses more and be more entrepreneurial.
First of all, in the 90s, I am not sure you might know that in the 90s there are like credit card facilities, and then if you want to buy like a house, right, you can get the loan from the bank, and then the bank will loan you, and then you can buy this and that and all. So I even have a staff who get married using a credit card back then. So he pay everything of his wedding expense, furniture, the house, and everything by credit card. And nowadays, people get married. The first thing, the rental is expensive, or you cannot pay credit to the furniture company, this and that. So the banks, they need to, like giving incentive, not the incentive. I mean giving support to the SME and the small startup and individuals who want to go into the business for some sort of a loan. Only then the people can invest in the business and then they can achieve what they want, making their dream.
Thank you for being here. It's always interesting for us to meet these kind of entrepreneurial companies and especially women doing this kind of work.
Thank you.